This is the third race of the season at Azerbaijan, the AV Championship, which means I'm a drunken gnome, and I'll be guiding you through today's race. First off, a few little technical errors from last week. Outside here, we didn't notice the safety car coming out, and was wondering why drivers were going a little bit slow through the last race, so glasses are on today. We'll try and keep an eye out for safety car notifications, as being a very tight street circuit today, there will more than likely be a safety car. Also onto what happened last week, drive of the day last week was Koon. I said it was going to be very hardcore at the end of last week, but ultimately I think going to Koon was the right one, but it would have had to been between Koon and Domestos for me for drive of the day last week, but I think ultimately Koon's correct decisions of replacing tyres and very clean and consistent laps, and ultimately making the good call on changing the tyres with Mac having the blowout and him that top spot and the win. So I think that was very well done for a drive of the day for Koon on last week. A few minutes before qualifying starts right now, just waiting for the last few players to join up. Currently 14 out of 20 people in here right now. So, as things currently stand with constructors, right now we have AlphaTauri and Alfa Romeo, both looking very strong there in constructors. AlphaTauri at the top. AlphaTauri also managing to get the pole position in the last two races that we've done, so we'll be keeping an eye out on them in qualifying to see if they can make that a third race in a row with pole position. Also, I'd say congratulations to Alfa Romeo as well. For the last two races, both drivers have finished in the points for Alfa Romeo, so that is very well done for them. They're going to be looking to hopefully repeat the same thing today, and while those teams were doing very well in the constructors, I'd like to see a bit of development from Ferrari this week, who are currently the only team in the constructors not to have any points yet. David was running a very strong race in Austria in the wet last week, but unfortunately also suffered from blowout tyre on one of the last laps, which cost him his points position in that race. So, coming Ferrari, let's see what you're like around Baku this week. Up to 16 drivers now, 4 missing. Who do we not have at the minute? Currently only one Racing Point showing up. They both finished in the points last week. That's lollopuppa. Who else is currently missing? We have both Haas here, we have both AlphaTauri, both Red Bull, both McLarens, both Mercedes, both Alfa Romeos. Both Williams are here, both Ferraris are here, only one Renault. Only one Renault and one Racing Point is what we're currently missing. That's Captain O'Reilly and AlbanianSmokey, the two drivers. 20 seconds now before they're left to join. Oh, a quick little update as well. Reaper, I believe, is going back on the wheel for this race. I believe he's not too happy with his last two race finishes, so he's coming back out on the wheel. Unsure if he's going to be qualifying today. If he does choose to go out and qualify, we'll make sure we get a lap from him, but I think it will be doubtful. I think being back on the wheel, he'll give him his general handicap of starting from the back of the grid and see how far forward he can push through. But he is very quick on that wheel. So we're about to get into qualifying now at Azerbaijan. This is Baku City Circuit in Baku. The overall race will be a 50% race, which will be about 25 or 26 laps. The circuit today is 3.7 miles long, or 6 kilometers, comprised of 20 corners and 2 DRS zones. Baku City having the longest straight and longest flat-out section of any track in the F1 calendar. Flat-out section running from turn 16 all the way to turn 1 through those 4 corners. You do not have to lift. And that's about 2.2 kilometers long, that section. That's about a third of the track there. After turn 16 is just foot to the floor. So we're going to see cars wanting to have as little downforce as possible to maintain its maximum amount of speed through there in that DRS zone as well. And in contrast to that long straight, we also have the tightest section ever, the smallest track width at 7.6 meters at turn 8 of the castle section. Current F1 car size being roughly 2 meters in width. There is theory in paper, enough space to put 2 cars through side by side through that castle section, but the car length being about 5.5 to around just under 6 meters, I would say it's highly unadvised to try and go through there with 2 cars. Let's see who's coming out. Let's see who we can try and get a nice clean outlap with. Reaper has already retired there, so he is not going to be qualifying. Who can we trust not to put it into the wall on an outlap so we can have a little view of the Baku City Circuit? David's out, Kronik's out, Xz is out. I'm not even sure if I'm saying Xz correctly. I saw something in the Discord chat the other day about how Gnome pronounces it, so I'm sorry, but it's Xz. That's what's written on my screen. That's how I say it in English. FCST, our race winner from the first. So we'll maybe follow him for the outlap soon. Let's get all my HUD information up here so I can see what's going on. Track mark data enabled. Yep. Most drivers opting for the soft compound right now on their first lap. I think we'll probably see a lot starting on the soft. It's reasonably hard on tyre wear around Azerbaijan. Not too bad. Definitely capable of doing it at one stop. FCST slowing down a bit here before coming up onto that long flat out section I was talking about. Before we come round and take our nice, hopefully clean lap around Baku Circuit. Onto the timeline straight now. And there we go, across the timeline into turn 1, taking it nice and wide through there. Power down hard into turn 2. Brake reasonably early to get on the power quick on the exit into the DRS zone. Another nice long straight here between turn 2 and 3. Heavy braking zone here again at the end of turn 3. And there's McLaren of Xz in the barrier there with damage by the looks of it. We'll come back and see what he's doing in a second. Into the first little chicane here, very nicely through there, very easy to come out wide there and take some damage on that wall. Nicely through there, taking the inside curve is possible. All the curves around here can be a little bit bumpy, there's not much room to take because of these outside walls, but maybe a little slow through 11 and 12 there, but still pretty consistent to the rest. Very easy to lose time through that castle section. Along this back sweeping left hand, and now coming to turn 15, very heavy braking zone there again, very easy falling behind someone there and missing the braking point and ending up in the wall. Here we have turn 16, and now the flat out section, 2.2 kilometers of flat out track now. Very fast chicane of 18 and 19. Again, easy to come out a little bit wide there and take a lot of damage on the wall on the exit. The little kink of tail of 20 there. DRS now open. Oh, it taps the wall very slightly. Even that's going to be a tenth or two. So a 1:39.6. That's a good time. That puts him provisionally on pole right now. That was a good lap for us to follow around. Let's see what everyone else is doing. Where is Xz and his damage? Is he... Yep, he's coming back into the pit right now after that. We'll catch up with him later, see if he manages to get a bit of a better lap in. We got that's Knack now up in provisional pole. That looks like he's on a cooldown lap right now. Knack been on the front row of the grid for the last two races, in fact. Knack also no stranger to a podium here in Azerbaijan. No, not a podium. Knack having the fastest lap here in the previous season of Azerbaijan. Looking at my notes a bit funny. Outlap Luca coming on an outlap. Others in the pits. David. See what the Ferrari of David. David on the medium tyres, opting to maybe start here. Going to go for the slightly longer strategy. It's showing map. It's showing purple on my map for sector 2 on his mediums. But brings it through that chicane nicely. Is he going to improve his time? Does improve his time by a few tenths. It's not enough to move him any further up the board at the minute. Still in 7th. Teammate in the other Ferrari in 6th at the minute. It's not too bad. That's looking reasonably okay for Ferrari. A lot of drivers still to put a lap down. I think a lot of drivers probably taking a bit of damage and having to come back in and swap the front wing out. There's Luca out of qualifying now. That's that turn 15 downhill. The track is falling away from you. Very important to get your braking zone in, or that happens. What we just saw. Flicking down to Wouter. He's also, I'm not sure whereabouts he is on the track right now. Between turn 1 and 2, obviously missing his braking point there. Says he's on an outlap right now. Got that Coon still in the garage. Our winner from last week. Also been on the front row of the grid on our first race in Australia. Coon, no stranger to a podium here in Azerbaijan, having finished 2nd in the first two, both seasons, season 1 and season 2. Coon both finishing 2nd. Gargamel taking 1st in both season 1 and 2. So without Gargamel here, Coon is going to be looking to be king of Baku from now on. There's Domestos not back out again yet. He's back in the pit. Who have we got here? Lollopuppa currently on their outlap. One of their tyres. Who's coming around on them? One of the Ferraris is coming back around. That's David going back to the pit, I believe. There's that. Let's go. Wouter to be the next driver going to come around on a fast lap. Let's go with him. Alfa Romeo been running very strong. Wouter been running pretty strong for the last few races. Podium last week. P3 for Wouter. Also done well last week, I believe. Tyre changing roughly the same time as Kuhn did. Managing to avoid that blowout on the previous, like most other drivers. Nope, he's coming in. Maybe he's taking some damage on his outlap there. So the next Lollopuppa will be the next one to come round. Wait for him to finish that lap while I open Another counter side up. Here we are, DRS open, coming up the timing line now. And just fast up nice and wide going into turn 1 there. That's nice. Taking all the curb on the exit. Nice through turn 2. A little bit of oversteer coming at the end there. That's the McLaren pulling over. Nope, that's the Ferrari pulling over. Thank you. Oh, the brakes. That's nice through 3. Coming up to turn 4 now. Lovely through there. Up to the chicane of 5 and 6. Important to get as much speed through here as possible. Not to run that inside curve on the exit too much. You will bounce. That was nice. Just avoids the wall. That's fastest sector through sector 1. So a little bit wide on the exit there, but that could still be good if you go through the castle section here. Nice and wide. All the curb. That's quick through there. A little bit wide on the exit. Recovers it though fine. On flat out again through this long sweeping left. Make sure we brake early enough for 15. Taking the inside curb. Just right by the wall on the exit. That's nice. Carrying lots of speed through here. That's purple on sector 2. This is a nice lap from lollopuppa. Flat out now. Till thingy. Nice and tight. Taking the curb on both 18, 19 on the inside there. That was nice. Tight to the wall, the little kink of 20. And straight down for the timeline now. This could provisionally be pole. This is looking very quick. Oh, seconds. That was good. That was a very quick time from lollopuppa there. That puts him on the front row. Still 3/10 off max time. FCST next with a 139.6, then Chronic with a 139.7, Domestos with a 139.9. We've got the top 6 drivers there, all within 1 second of each other. Who is coming round for a fast lap right now, I think. So Kuhn just going to cross the line there for a fast lap now, I think. Follow him through, see what Kuhn can do now. Very important, the downforce on this track around Azerbaijan. You want to be running reasonably low downforce to maximise speed on that straight section, but then you're also going to be needing to run enough to make it through these very much 90-degree corners and that extremely fast chicane of turn 18 and 19. Once tyres start wearing a little bit, not quite enough downforce, could see people sliding off into the wall on there and losing control if they try to take too little downforce. A little bit, but nice on the inside of that corner there, taking as much curve as was possibly allowed. I think this even might be Kuhn's in that. Still a very nice lap to watch right now. I'm not sure if he's pushing through another one of these tyres. I'm not. Came through there very quick. This should be. No, he abandoned that at the end there to the thingy, to the pits. Who's go with now? Who's not got a time up yet? Natasha and Chris, no time up. Missed what happened to Rowan. He appears to be out. Luca we saw going to the wall. Reaper retired, as we know. Rowan, I'm not quite sure what happened to him. It's a very good point. I'm not really sure what the weather for the races right now. We've got dry qualifying here by the looks of it. Anyone can let me know maybe what the weather is. Weather, sunny quality, and also sunny for the race. Thank you, Domestos. I always forget to look at that and check the weather. Lang now with no time. Chris coming there. That's Chris on the track. Tenter's still in the pit. Chris coming around a bit fast up now. We'll stay on board with Chris. Let's see where he can get. Right, there Chris goes to the kink of 10-20 on the flower straight here. No, he's coming in. He's potentially maybe taking damage or something on his outlap and coming back in. Where's Tenter? Tenter's coming around, still at the start. Where is Lang? He's in the lobby, not doing anything. I don't know if he's going to qualify or not, if he's going to sit at the back for the fun of it or wait until what, I don't know. Who's going round? One of the McLarens about to come across the timeline. That's Bill's. Let's see if he can improve his time. Counting on a 140.7. Nice through turn 1. Maybe could be a little bit quicker through turn 2. Don't know if maybe running one of these much lower downforce setups and being a little bit more cautious on the corners. That's cost a bit of time. That was quite slow through that chicane. It's popping up as purple through sector 1 for me here though. Chicane looked reasonably slow. That was nice through that corner, all that inside curve. Very important to take that. Oh, a little tap will cost a few tenths. That was looking nice to castle sector. Very important to get tight to that right hander to maximise then the turning angle for the left of 12. Better get on the floor, on the accelerator to maximise speed through here all the way down to turn 15. Assuming very much running maybe a bit of a lower downforce setup, looking at how heavy he's braking so we can try and maximise his speed along these straight sections. Very tight on that inside of 19. Let's see what sort of time he puts in. I think he will be beating his previous time. Oh, it's going to be... No, he's not going to improve on his previous time there. Is he pushing for another one? Where's Chris? Chris is on his outlap. Let's get back with Chris. So is Tenter. Tenter just in front of Chris on outlap right now. We'll stick with these two and flick back and forth between Tenter and Chris and see where they can put it up on the grid. Tenter actually having a podium here, having a third place in season 1 for Tenter. So he's going to be looking to run strong in this race again. Kuhn was our pole setter in season 1, Ethan our pole setter in season 2. Ethan not with us anymore. Tenter abandoning that lap. He's already on his fast lap. He's doing 1:39 his run. Let's go have a look at Chris. I thought he was on his outlap. Tenter's retired with that. 4th place, obviously happy with there. Let's stay with Chris and see where Chris is going to move to on the board. So Lang's apparently done right now as well. He's not coming out. He's going to just start from the back of the grid. So Chris is out right now. We'll follow him. Oh, running a bit wide through there. That's definitely cost him time. That's unfortunate. Nice with the castle sector there. A little bit slow on that exit there of 12. don't think Chris is going to be too happy with this run right now. Not sure what time we're on, 117 so far through sector 2. Smooth the chicane of 18 and 19. It's not going to be as fast as he hoped. This guy's going in, putting it straight into the wall. Definitely not happy with that time. We're sorry to see that, Chris. So there we have it. There is our group for today. Knack and Coon. AlphaBetic lockout on the front row. Again, the same as Australia. Knack and Coon in 1 and 2. FCST Bills. To follow Bestos, Lola 5 and 6. 7th and 8th, Tenter and Chronic. 9th and 10th, Wouter and Domestos. 11th, 12th, David and Tess. 13th, Exy. 14th, Chris. 15th, Luca. 16th, Reaper. 17th, Rowan. And 18th, Lang. Bottom 5 drivers all not putting a time, and Lang not even coming out of the pit lane. Is he even going to actually start this race, or are we going to have a car stuck on the grid? I hope not. Wouter picking up a 5-place grid penalty there. That's going to move him down. I'm not sure what that was for. Wait for everyone to load in. Dry race today. Probably see a lot of ERS usage around Baku along that straight. Everyone fully opening up. Engine on rich, ERS, DRS open. The one thing about Baku though, it's very easy to regain back that ERS. Those heavy braking zones, those heavy tight right hand corners, braking hard. Very easy to refill that ERS. So gonna probably be a bit greedy on that. Should make for some good racing, good overtaking on through these straight sectors. We'll be able to see once they get going who's got that lower downforce setups, who's running slightly higher ones to be a bit more cautious. Probably going to see a safety car at some point, most likely. I'd say I'd almost bet on that, having a safety car at some point. Hopefully we can all make it through turn 1 and 2 without too much wall grinding and collisions, as all the lights are on and all the lights are off, and we're going as we're going to come towards the first couple of corners. A few cars running right there. Red Bulls, a little bit of bouncing on the wall. There's a Ferrari spinning at the back there and a Williams by the looks of it. There's more, everyone's grinding. Red Bulls, there's a massive collision at the back here with the Red Bulls. They're not a safety car already. How have we gone through that? There's damage everywhere. I'm not sure who has done what then, but I just saw a lot of cars ghosting and a lot in the wall. Knack and Coon are going to be enjoying that. They're going to be getting away cleanly. There's a race point in McLaren rubbing through that chicane there of 5 and 6. Penalties to Luca right now. No one else appears to be showing up with any penalties. Oh, there's a Renault smashing its way rolling through the castle corner. I think a lot of these cars have been coming into pit now after this first lap. We'll see who's taking the damage. Well, Bestos already passing Coon. Also hitting the wall there and damaging his wing. There's going to be a lot of cars coming into pit. There's a virtual safety car out now. Definitely now. What's going on? Who is that parked in the back there? Is that... I think I know it's a Williams. Luca DNF. Lang's been disqualified. Lang obviously didn't actually start the race. I assume that disqualification. Lucas DNF, that's the car we saw on track. Who's coming into pit now then? Bestos is pitted, he's taken damage. Knack and Coon still sitting in 1 and 2, then Bills moves up to 3rd, followed by lollopuppa, Chronic, FCST. Domestos also coming to pit. Tasha not pitting. I did see both Red Bulls. Maybe he avoided damage. Hopefully so. David and Ted, both Ferraris in the pit. That's not what we wanted to see this week. Hoping for points for Ferrari. I hope someone else fucks up and you get further forward, boys. We need some points for Ferrari. That's how it drives with damage. Maybe some others have got damage and they're going to choose to run it for a little bit. Maybe minor wing damage. We'll see. It could hinder their times around Baku, though. Not a track you want to be having any form of damage on. Now looking comfortable and Coon a few seconds in front of those leaders. We'll look further back here into 4th and 5th, but we've got a much closer time difference here right now. He's driving a lot of up clipping the wall a bit. They're very easy to do on the exit of this castle corner. Through those corners, 8 to 12 there. And that little bit of wing damage can then mess everything up when you get further around to 18 and 19. That flat out chicane, taking a bit of wing damage, that can change everything through there. You don't want to be having to lift through there. But with the wing damage, it's always a possibility that that could be the outcome. I haven't got my tyre information up right now. We'll see what tyres these cars that pitted a minute ago have switched onto. I should imagine probably maybe trying to run a hard tyre now, so they can try and make their advantage back up through the field. Stops tyres, opting for the medium tyres there. Test spec out on a set of softs. The others on mediums, probably run the mediums, go to softs again at the end. Chris and Reaper all starting on hard tyres there. Going on the back here, Chris and Reaper making their way up through the pack. FCST and Rowan in the pit now, switching to the mediums now on the 3rd lap. Don't know if they took damage. Yeah, that's Rowan getting a wing change. He's had damage. Very easy to damage a car around here on Baku, so those cars we saw taking damage on this first lap, it'd be very easy for them to work their way back up through the field as other cars have to pit from taking damage. Reaper now chasing down his teammate of Chris, both on the hard tyre. Reaper should be back on the wheel right now. We should hopefully see some very smooth, clean driving from this man. He's not been happy with his racing the last few weeks. That's nice through there. Come through, just turn 8, turn 9, turn 10, that's turn 11, back in turn 12, taking all the exit curb. Very easy to pick up a penalty there. I think Chris just tapped the wall there as well. Chris locking up a bit there as well and sliding. I heard the tyre screeching here whilst watching Reaper. Reaper not even burning the ERS here. Probably running him rich. Very low downforce setup. He's back on the wheel. DRS is on now. He's already passed Chris. He got the DRS. He was behind Chris by the timeline. He passed Chris before the DRS zone was active. And now that's just helping him get in front of him and make even more of a move. That was nice. Reaper in 9th from starting towards the back there in somewhere in the 17th, 16th region, I believe. What else is going on here? Wouter chasing 10th right now, and Kronik in 5th right ahead. These 3 cars very close together right now. Lollopuppa not too much further in front of them. You can see them down the screen. It's probably our few closest running packs here right now is these guys. They're going to get in DRS off each other when we come in along this main straight. Let's see who gets Kronik running a bit wide there. There we go, ERS is open now. Pushing it down here, braking time, lovely. Everyone makes it through there without damage. It's just like our closest running pack right now, so we'll be watching this. Wouter and Kronik both finishing in the points except for the last 2 races, and they're looking good and strong right now. Still on their soft tyres. Doesn't appear to be any damage to Wouter. Very comfortable through that chicane. Oh, looking very comfortable through here. He's getting the DRS on Commentator. He's running everything open as much as he can. Tenter's obviously doing the same. He can't make a move on him. Little DRS train going on between these 4 cars here right now. coming to the second DRS zone for turns 2 and 3. Not much ERS left to push there with after burning it all out on the other straight. 2.2 kilometers of ERS does destroy it. Very easy to start recovering now though through these corners. And Reaper once again making it past Eggies. Slight little bit of look up there from Reaper. We see the tyres, see that little bit of smoke coming out there. Burning away on those hards. Pushing hard. He's going to be coming up to catch this group now. This could be interesting when Reaper gets into play there. We've got Kronik, lollopuppa. Oh, Kronik makes it on the inside. Kronik's gone wide. They both get through. Wouter detached from just turned back there to Kronik in time to see the two coming on the inside, and he clips the ball there. I think he might have taken damage coming through that castle section. Yeah, he's slowed down through there. Reaper's going to catch up to him, and I assume he's probably going to go into pit now and repair that damage. 10 to running wide there on 16. That's giving Wouter the jump on him. It's not on the inside. Wouter comes through very tight on 19 there. That was so close to the wall. Very nice Wouter. Straight down that King of 20 onto the straight. He's Bennett away. Tenter's now well behind there. It all starts to open up and spread a bit more of a gap between the drivers. Yellow flag in sector 2. That's not a Ferrari in a wall, is it? I think that might have been a Ferrari in a wall. I saw stopped on my map. That was that yellow flag. Does that mean Dave? I think David might be coming into the pit. I think he might have taken damage. Is he? Looking a little bit sketchy on the exit there. Haggis is coming into pit. Yeah, thought that hard. Is he? No, he's still going. He is still running. Maybe it was an orange McLaren I saw. Maybe not. Right. Who's running close? Reaper and Chris now up in 7th and 8th. Both Mercedes there pushing on through on these hard tyres. Bill's very much catching up to Kuhn now. Bill's not want to pass him through this section. I want to make sure he stays just behind him to take that DRS on the timeline straight. There we go, right behind Kuhn right now. There's the timeline. There we go. He's got the DRS. You can pass him now. That's Bill's past Kuhn into second place. He's going to be chasing down Knack right now. Kuhn's going to want that position back. Kuhn's going to get the DRS through the sector 2 after turn 2 here. Let's see what Kuhn can do with the DRS right now. Looking quite low on the DRS. Been trying to fend hard from Bills. I don't think he's got enough to push. Not quite. Bill still makes it into turn 3 before him, and Kuhn's going to have to sit back. We could see a little bit of back and forth between these two. He's just tapped lightly on the back of Bill's there. I hope that hasn't caused any damage to him. Still on their soft tyres. He's got his 6 laps on his soft tyres. That hard chicane of turns 18 19 does cause a lot of tyre wear. See you guys probably coming in soon to change yourselves. I should imagine they're going to try and one-stop it, go from softs to hards. Most others are on the mediums right now, and are definitely going to have to do another tyre change, so Bill's now starting to get away from Kuhn a bit there. Maybe he did take a little bit of damage from that little tap on the back of Bill's. He's running 8 seconds in front of Tenter though. I don't think Kuhn probably come into pit and change the wing if he has got damage when he changes his tyres. He's not going to want to probably give up that lead too much now if he hasn't taken enough damage. No, that's... I think he did have wing damage, and I think his tyres are probably wearing out. He is definitely coming into the pit now. That's a shame, Kuhn. I'm sorry about that. Nack's pitted now as well. There could end up, is he not going to be out of the pit lane before Kuhn comes in? Otherwise, that's going to double stack. That's potentially going to slow the AlphaBetic voice down even more now of Kuhn. Let's see, is he going to stack that? That's Reaper going past. Reaper on those hard tires. Chris and FCST. FCST getting the jump on Chris through the DRS zone. Wouter moving up. Some other drivers come into pit. Nack's back out of the pit lane in second. Kuhn's dropping all the way down to 12th now after that. Very unfortunate to see. Nack is on the hard tyre now. That will be it for Nack. He'll be trying to take those tyres to the end. Reaper looking a little bit bumpy there through the turn 6 chicane. Bill's here right behind Wouter coming up here. Trying to push the ERS, can't get past him before the corner. Very tight on the inside, nearly touch wheels. That's close racing from those two, that's nice to see. This is great racing here from Bill. This was on the podium in the first race in Australia. He had a third place there. Wouter having a third place in our last race in Austria. These two are going to be battling out for that podium right now. Wouter on the hard tyres now, though. Again, looking to take them to the end. Bill's probably still going to have to do another stop on these mediums, so he's going to want to get past Wouter. He does. Wouter shouldn't worry about that too much. He knows Bill's going to have to pit again. Although Bills did give Wouter the DRS, Wouter appears to have DRS. He passed him just a little bit too early before the timeline. So close, I think the wheels nearly tapped just then. This is good close racing we're getting today. So it's lollopuppa just getting his way past Chris. Coming into the second DRS zone here. Chris is going to want that position back. Lollopuppa tearing away there. ERS all the way open. There's our ERS hugs, lollopuppa. Chris still looking good for the ERS. Like I said, very easy to hug the ERS on this track with these flat out straight sections. Equally need to manage it to make sure we're refilling it at the same time. Lollopuppa still burning the ERS, possibly one of these much lighter downforce setups talking about, although it looks like he went a little bit wider there. There's that Domestos here right behind Chris, trying to put on the pressure as well. There we go, Chris opening up, trying to catch Lollopuppa through the section, wanting to make sure he stays in range to catch the others, locking up a little bit there on turn 15. A couple of times we've seen Chris locking up the tyres now around here. Trying to push a bit hard, braking a bit late. Yellow flag in sector 1. Is that a Ferrari I see stationary on my map again? Oh, Tess and David down in 15-16. That's Chris tapping the wall there slightly. Chris pushing as hard as he can. Lollopuppa running very low downforce setup there, getting a lot of speed along that straight. Almost hard for Chris to catch with everything open there. Domestos there, sitting right behind. We've been getting that DRS train off Chris there. Just probably sitting behind, not needing to push quite so hard, taking as much slipstream as he can from him. Just letting these guys tow him round from now. Now he's going for the pass on Chris. Don't pitch him off the back. Yep, comes through there nicely. Chris gives him space. See Domestos now can close that gap onto Lollopuppa. Got now Bestos running very close behind Wouter here. He's going to be looking to make a move again. Bestos on the medium tyre, Wouter on the hard tyre. Bestos needs to make it past him. try and mitigate the next pit stop that he's going to have to take. Wouter obviously going to the end on those hards. We've got a safety car. What's happened? Where Tess and David are both now out. Oh, I hope something didn't happen between the two Ferraris racing each other and damaging each other. That's a shame. That's a safety car. That's going to bunch the whole pack back up. Wonder if we're seeing these drivers on the medium tyres now switch out to a harder compound and run to the end of the race. Or maybe see some of the 16 laps. Can do that on mediums. Reaper's going to pit. Reaper's probably going to switch to the medium tyre now to go to the end of the race. I wonder how many others are going to pit. Yeah, Reaper's coming off the mediums now. Best is pitting. Let's see, Max staying out. He's on his halves to go to the end. Wouter's staying out because he's on his halves to take till the end. Didn't know if we'd see some of the drivers of the likes of... No, they're on very fresh hards, aren't they? So Chris on 10 up pole one's definitely changing them out. Reaper back out now, dropping back down to 5th. Dropping down to 5th, and he's got medium tyres for the end of the race now. It could be interesting by the time we get to the end of the race now, because trying to get towards the end, those mediums are going to be falling away. The hards might just be holding up a little bit better towards the end of the race here then. Bill's opted not to change his tyres. 2-lap old mediums. Couple laps of safety car, conserved them. Yeah, you could take those mediums to the end. They're going to be falling away. You could get the jump on Knack through the safety car restart, but it's going to have to kind of then make sure he can make enough distance in front of Knack, so when those mediums start to fall away and he loses pace, Knack doesn't easily get past him on the hards, which should be in a bit better shape by the end there. All our front 4 drivers opting not to change their tyres, the rest of the grid pretty much doing so. Rowan also not changing his tyres. A little bit of space in the pack here right now. Still got another lap of the safety car to go. Well, looking strong for Knack again here. Was looking strong for him last race until he blew out a tyre at the end of that one. DNF'd in Australia in the first race. Hopefully he can make this one through to the end, no problems. Wouter looking very strong again in this 3rd position, consistently being there near the front of the grid in each of these races so far. Lollopuppa looking reasonably strong. I remember looking reasonably strong in the first race, also finishing the points in Austria as well, so being nice and consistent there too. Reaper obviously back on the wheel now on that medium tyre. He's going to be looking to make moves after the safety car restart happens, having a bit of tyre advantage over the 2 drivers in front of him there. Start Bestos and Domestos here. Domestos haven't been strong on this track previously, having a 3rd in season 2. Done his hard tyre now. He's going to be hoping those guys in the medium will probably have to pit again, so he can try and make his way up there a bit. Everyone else here behind Domestos on the medium, so Domestos going to have a bit of work to do there, defending off people like KRONIKBALISTIKZ and his own teammate Commentator being on the softer tyre. Going to have a bit more grip. KRONIK there again, finishing on the points for the last 2 races. He's going to be looking to move up the board there, along with Kuhn, definitely to move up the board, and Center. All 3 of these drivers right here on that medium tyre going to be looking to try and get in front of Domestos and Bestos and work their way through, make these medium tyres work. They're going to try and take them to the end, hopefully being able to save them a bit now through the safety car restart. We'll see how it works out. we'll get back towards the front here with the leaders ready when we come round for the restart. Going into turn 1 with the pack all grouped up together. 4 drivers already out of the race, both Williams and both Ferraris out of the race. No points for Ferrari, no more points for William. Lang, having finished on the points on the first 2 races, managed to make it to the lobby, but didn't even start the race for some reason. Lang getting Nat getting very slow there now. The safety cars going to be going in, controlling that pace. I'm going to see some dirty braking right before the timeline here, maybe. Bill's currently the only driver with a penalty right now. It's a 5-second penalty that Bill's has as well. Here they come back to the timeline now. The race to start getting underway. Yeah, right now we're coming to turn 1. I think everyone's... There's a Ferrari. There's a Red Bull there going wide. I think it's everyone. I think everyone's kind of rubbing and scratching going along. If there's not too much damage, Reaper's lost some positions there. Not sure what happened to Reaper, I didn't see that. Nax still holding on to first. Senza and Kuhn have managed to move up some positions. Bestos, something's happened to Bestos. He's dropped down. Taking some damage on his wing there on the restart. Chris now has a 5-second penalty from that restart. Everyone's running very close again now. Kuhn have made it back up to 6th, jumping up past. Good few spots there. Bit of chaos into that first corner. Aaron vying to try and get to that first corner before everyone else, sending it 3 wide through there. Just about possible to get 3 wide through that first corner. Safety car again now. What has happened here? There's a McLaren. I see stopped. That Eggy's, I think, in the wall at the castle section of turn 8, but it's possibly because that safety car. I can't see any other DNFs or anything going on here. Bill's now up with a 10-second penalty. FCST has a 5-second penalty. Was that a collision between Bills and FCST under the restart? KRONIKBALISTIKZ jumped up some positions good there. Lollopuppa dropping down. Lollopuppa taking damage. Chris Sanders left the session. He's retired, not happy about some of that restart. Bills now, I think, just retired out of the session there. He's not happy either. That's 6 drivers out of this race so far. 12 drivers. Is that 6 or 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers out. 12 drivers left. A lot of drivers coming back in. Glitching out there, look like it was queuing up in the pit lane. Not sure what's going on then. Now the restart, a lot of drivers getting some wing repairs, back in the pit lane, taking time penalties off. I am super confused about what has just happened now, folks. God damn, I need a drink. Got hit. Reaper's pitted, Tenta is pitted after working his way back up towards the front there. Nack still sitting in first, looking very strong for this race. Wouter now up in 2, Kronik in 3rd. Very strong showing from the Alfa Romeo boys this week. As I said, been consistent through the first few races. It's not a bad track once the racing gets underway. It's these very tight right angle corners. Everyone wanted to get the jump on everyone else under the safety car restart, trying to make it 3 wide in corner 1. Someone gets pinched off on the inside or someone gets pushed to the outside, and that wall after turn 1 just suddenly appears out of nowhere. It's open for the runoff, and then bam, there's a wall right there, and your tyre and your wings hanging off a little bit, and you clip that. Your car's spinning, your car's sideways, someone else is going to the side of it, as a pile up, and we have another safety car. And I hope we can make it through from this restart better than the last one, and don't lose any more drivers. Who was just grinding against the wall there? Just heard crunching. It looked like Knack was very close to the wall in front of me. I hope it wasn't. Can't get broadcast cam right now through the sea wings. Not sure what the crunching sound was I heard. We come round, second lap of the safety car now. Hopefully we can get a bit of an update before the next race as to what's happened to both the Ferraris in this race. Maybe get a bit of an update from Chris and Bills as to why their retirement as well, or just unhappy to the state of the race. Here we are, going back up through the castle now. $11 more laps to go around this track now. Everyone, where's my tyre information? $11 more laps to go. Knack and Wouter in the front there, still in their hard tyres. Knack getting a little bit twitchy there. 6 lap old, Wouter 7 lap old hards. Kronik 3 lap old mediums. And there we go. Ooh, Knack, was that Knack and Wouter warming up their tyres under the safety car. They both end up in a wall. I think Knack probably ended up in the wall, and that then probably hit Wouter, or whether Wouter hit the back of him, I'm not sure. That's upsetting for the AlphaTauri and the Alfa Romeo. What is going on today, guys? This is all over the place. Kronik now our leader as we come back to race. Safety cars back in. Kronik's in first, Lolla in second, Kuhn in third. Besto shooting up in third there. Rowan dropping down positions. I don't know if he's taking damage on that side to go restart. I hope not. Wouter and Knack both coming out of the pits. They're going to try and run. No, I don't think they'll try and have to go mediums. Yeah, but I don't think they'll be able to run softs those last laps. They're on mediums. Only 2 drivers left on hards now. Lolla and Xz on their hards. For now, Rowan head. Losing a bit of space there between Reaper now, and catch back up to him. Make sure you stay behind this big old pack that's coming through here. Struggling a bit with these tyres. A little bit wide there, Reaper starting to make the gap in that front 5 pack, starting to pull away from Rowan here. Little bounce, clip it off the curb there. Good, brake hard into here. Keep it, there we go, ERS open, try and make that space up before the DRS timeline. Don't want to be losing that front pack. Domestos right behind Rowan here. Oh, yep, DRS not active yet because of safety car. I've got another lap or so. Domestos pass Rowan on the straight there. No DRS at the minute, probably running, like I say, much lower downforce setup. Q10 to right here behind Rowan. Gonna be looking to get past as well with his teammate. Try and move these Red Bulls back up the grid. With all the retirees we've had today, only 2 drivers are not going to be collecting points today. For the rest of them retiring from what's left running. Oh, that's the back of Rowan's car into the wall. Oh, I heard that. I almost felt that. Centre very smooth for that chicane, 5 and 6 there. Not keeping the pressure on Rowan, just biding his time. Domestos now catching back up to Reaper, as we're watching Reaper making his move on Kuhn there. There's Reaper just coming past Kuhn. Kuhn being very reasonable, leaving him space, catches his wing on the exit there. That's going to be more damage on Kuhn. That's unfortunate. Not going to be happy about that. Is he going to pick to change it, or is he going to run with it? I don't know how bad that damage would have been. Still look relatively smooth there, running through turns 18 and 19 chicane. DRS should be getting activated this lap again now. He's just losing off Reaper there. He's not going to be behind him enough. Reaper's going to get it on Lola. Domestos going to get it on Kuhn. Is Domestos close enough to make this work? ERS low on both of them, pushing hard. They're going to be neck and neck as they go into the corner. Domestos backs off. Kuhn gives him the space though. Domestos goes through. Kuhn runs it very wide, giving him space. Could have been a bit more aggressive there, Kuhn, and kept the position. Domestos did back off. So it's going to hit Reaper very close behind Lola right now. Lola around the chicane a little bit wide. Reaper taking as much inside curb as he can. He's not going to make it through there. Decides to back off. Oh, Lola catches the ball, nearly spins. Reaper has to back off, otherwise lollopuppa would have been across the front of his car, sending him into the wall. That's nice through 11 and 12 there for Reaper. Perfect angle, gets down on the power. Almost possible. Lollopuppa coming a little bit slow out there. Almost went into the back of him. Reaper's going to be making a move now as we come around to the DRS zone. Taking all that inside curb. Surprised that's not a warning. Now, so there we go, full ERS wide open right now. Going to be running rich as fast as she can. Nearly hits the wall on the exit, gets a little bit squirrely there. Chasing down Lollopuppa. There's the DRS zone about to activate now. And there we go, straight past. Comfortably past there. Reaper hunting down that top position. 7 laps left for him to do so. Kuhn still trying to chase back. Everyone else kind of a bit more spread apart now. Lollopop again, the DRS on Reaper. Not enough ERS there. Catching back up a little bit. Not enough to make anything happen. Very unfortunate for Nak and Wouter here. Ryan at the back there, a couple of seconds between them. Nak 15 seconds back from the rest of the main group that's running here. Not been having the best of luck in these last few races, poor Nak. I wonder who's having fastest lap here right now. With the way that Reaper's driving right now, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's have a look. Fastest lap, Nak. Nak does hold fastest lap. Previous fastest lap holder from season 2. Where's Reaper now? Hunting down on Bestos. Gonna get the DRS through here. Let's go back here with Domestos. Gonna get the DRS from Lola with Coon and Tenta right here as well, though. We'll get back to see these four, see what develops. These two are running very close together. We know Reaper's probably going to take Bestos. Tenta not being able to make the most of this DRS. Probably running higher downforce here. Coon, there's Domestos past Lola. Everyone DRS looking very low now as we come into the last 6 laps of the race. FCST now managing to catch up with this panic. I think I heard some crunching again on the wall. Now, Rowan back in the pit again. Knack. That's going to move Knack up into point position. It may only be 1, but points is points. Rowan coming out on softs right at the end here. We're going to go for a fastest lap there, Rowan. Let's throw down. Let's see what we can do. You're on the soft tire. You've got the advantage. Get back up to this bit of midfield action going on here. Reaper's now obviously hunting down Chronic, 3 seconds behind him. We'll watch goes on there as they get closer. Back to Kun and Lola with this. Coming to the cut back wheel there. Kun, Lola almost losing a little bit. Kun making time up through there. Center falling close behind. FCST right behind as well. FCST, obviously our winner from Australia. These guys are going to get the DRS on each other in a minute. Let's see who's running the least amount of downforce as we come on to this nice long flat out section. A couple have got good amounts of DRS, a couple don't. Let's see, a slight tap of the wall there from Goon. That's going to set him to a disadvantage on Lola. There's FCST, straight past Tenta there, before the DRS zone is even properly active. Clearly running much less downforce, burning through that ERS, yep. It's wide there, Tenta and FCST, Tenta just in front again, Tenta, who's going to outbrake who? Tenta getting back in front, it's nice from the Red Bull. And FCST's got the DRS again, he's back in front of Tenta. It's nice racing in the middle of the pack here. Tenta chasing behind there. Oh, a little bit square from him coming out the corner, pushing hard to keep up these guys. No one wants to lose the DRS. Nice and tight that inside wall there for FCST. Kuhn clipping the wall on his exit. FCST trying to push him for this corner, decides to back off. Right in his ass coming through there. Breaks a little bit to back off. Coming to turn out the castle. Very tight by that wall. That was nice. He could get good speed on this straight if he can get that down. He is getting good speed. He's going to be right behind Kuhn here in turn 15. Braking on time. This is nice. He's going to be looking to make a move past in the DRS zone now. Tenta still holding on there behind them. Running wide, taking damage there. That was unfortunate, Tenta. Okay, and here we have SCST. Straight past, not in the DRS zone. There's the DRS open now. That's just going to send him catching up to Lola. Really pushing these medium tyres right at the end of his last few laps. It's nice to see. And there's Reaper just going past Chronic in that DRS zone. A little bit of lock up at the end there, getting too much speed through. Chronic on Chronic, the only driver currently with a penalty left there on the board of 3 seconds. Currently Bestos looking to move up into second actually of how we're going to finish right now. Domestos could be looking to even maybe like push even forward now so we can try and maybe even move Chronic out of the points there with that 3 second penalty. To mention that Rowan's got a 3 second penalty now as well, just as I mentioned that. Not sure where that was in from. Wouter here right behind Rowan, going to pass through this DRS zone. He moves up into 11. No! He tries to close off and get wide before the corner. He clips the front of Rowan. That sent him spinning straight into a wall. Pulled across a little bit too early. I don't know if that's also damaged the front of Rowan's car for him, or whether he's still going to be okay from that. He's looking a bit slow through there. I think he might also have damage. There's a safety car from that as well. That's brought out another safety car. It's 3 safety cars now. We've had 4 laps to go of the safety car. Are we going to get the 2 full laps on the safety car? Are we going to get a 1 lap safety car now? Safety car with a few laps left in. Let's see what tyres everyone is on right now. It's everyone getting bunched up together now under the safety car restart. Okay, we've just got 8 lap olds. Roughly the same here, 8 and 9 lap olds, with 4 of the people in the top 5. Chronic on 11 lap old ones there. Lolla running 15 lap old hard tyres. Don't know if he's going to try and put out of that 6th position and put some softs on for his last few laps or not, or if he's going to run those 15 lap hards. Depends how many laps the safety car goes round for. I know at the very end of the race sometimes it won't do 2 laps, it will only put in 1 lap and it will go in early, so as not to finish too close under the safety car. Ooh, Reaper, look at this, a little bit twitchy there, coming out. There we go, warming his tyres, back up again now. Back drivers here opted to obviously stop in, chucking the soft tyres on for the end here, trying to make the most out of that safety car. I'll try and grab that fastest lap as well at the end. Which still currently held by Knack with his 142.3. 3/10 up on Reaper's time of 142.6, but only 2 drivers to put in 142 lap times right now in the race. Most others on a 143 or a 144. So interesting, these soft tyres on these last few laps. Track well rubbered in, if anyone can take that fastest lap time off Knack, or whether he'll get it for the 2nd season in a row. Back to our interval, there's our penalty, there's our tyre wear. I say Kronik with that 3-second penalty, yes, and everyone back on that safety car now for, are we restarting it, or is, I didn't see if it went in, where is it? No, it is going around for another lap. So we're literally going to do, the safety cars are then going to come in, and we're going to do the last 2 laps, lap 25 and lap 26 will be free racing. Lap 23 and 24 have been the safety cars, hoping it's going to go in and we get an extra lap of racing out of it. Apparently not. You're going to damage your gearbox doing that, Reaper. Good job full wear isn't on. Revving the fucking out of that in gear 2. God damn, all these safety cars. What's the time right now? I need the toilet, to be honest. Too much cider. Let's get this race underway, boys. So for the third restart of this race, let's see if we can make it a clean one. 3-second penalty there, kind of looking dangerously bad right now. A lot of drivers potentially going to jump up. Rowan there with an 8-second penalty. He's passing Tenta under a safety car apparently. What is going on there? What did you do, Tenta? Is Rowan passing you now? What is going on with my telemetry? What? Now Rowan's gone past Kuhn under the safety car. Rowan is just passing players under the safety car right now. I'm not sure why it's allowing him to do this. doesn't say like he's a lap down or anything like that and allowed to unlap himself or anything with me. Jesse's got a 5-second penalty now for a collision with Lola. So I'm not sure what he's doing. Safety car's coming in this lap. Let's get back up towards the front. Not sure what all that was about, Rowan. And that passing under the safety car. Maybe someone will fill me in and we can get a lowdown on that on Thursday for the next race. Right, there we go, as we come back down to the timeline now. Rod's coming into turn 1, I think we're making it through there. A few less drivers, I haven't seen any collisions. Woot has made it back up to his pack. Kuhn has Nax dropping back down there. I think some bumping and grinding. Nax going into a wall right there by the looks of it. Wouter and Lola making it up through. Soft tyres showing their advantage. Drivers elbows out on the safety car restarts. Everyone getting nice, everyone getting aggressive under them. Trying to buy for position. So I think we've started to make it, and we've got 1.5 laps left to go now. Not picking up a penalty just now. Reaper in first, Kronik in second, Bestis in third, Kronik with a 3-second penalty. Currently set to lose about 10 positions with that 3-second penalty. Unless this pack can spread out a little bit. But Mesto's going to be looking happy with this, having a third previous season. He's looking to inherit third position right now. With this, unless he can try and make it past Bestos. Don't think we're going to see DRS now for the rest of this race, unless it gets enabled for the next lap. FCST there right behind Domestos. Haas trying to put on the pressure here of the Red Bull team. Nothing left, can't push it past, can't get it past Domestos. Domestos still there, plenty of ERS. Looking good on that. Bestos there, making the move on Kronik. FCST, what's happened to Mestos there? FCST and Kuhn both passed him, obviously through turn 1 there. We missed that. We were watching Bestos get past Kronik. Kronik's pushing it now past Bestos himself. To come into the last corner, he is going to make it in front of him. He takes it tight. I think Bestos just gave enough space to it. He's managed to hold off Kronik, trying to hold on as far as he can with his positions. No one's got that 3-second penalty to deal with. Kuhn really pushing hard on these tyres. Domestos very much dropping back right now. Oh, and there's Xz going into a wall right now. Where's my tyres? Domestos is on his 11-lap old mediums. These guys with these softer tyres on are really trying to make moves on these last few laps right now. Kuhn rubbing tyres there with Bestos. Bestos really very tight on the inside there. Maybe Kuhn could have given him a bit more space on that bit, to be fair. A little bit twitchy there from Kuhn, trying to follow Bestos down through here. Still finds his braking point just in time. Lollopuppa, another 3-second penalty there. Everything to play for right now in this last lap. Kronik still that 3-second penalty. That is gonna move him down the pack. Kuhn pushing DRS, everything open. Bestos also everything trying to defend the best he can, just about holding it off there. No DRS going through on this final lap. Reap across the line, Kronik first, then Kuhn, Wouter, FCST, Tenta, Kronik, Domestos, Eggies, Lollopuppa, and Rowan. And there was it. There was a race around Baku. I just noticed Nax obviously retired at the end there after that crash into the wall on the last few laps. That's a shame. 18 drivers starting, 11 drivers finishing off there, 7 drivers, 6 DNFs, 1 Didn't even manage to leave the grid. Well done to Reaper there. Starting the back of the grid, working the way forward eventually as he does on the wheel, and managing to take the pole. So there we go, Baku City, Azerbaijan, Reaper taking pole, Bestos in second, Kuhn also getting a podium. 3 seasons, 3 podiums for Kuhn. There, Wouter coming in fourth again, fourth also on Australia. Very good showing from Wouter here. FCST 5th, Tenta 6th, KRONIK 7th, Domestos 8th, Xz 9th, Lolla 10th. That was our point scorers. Rowan 11th, Nak 12th, Bills 13th, Chris Sander 14th, Tess 15th, David 16th, Lucas 17th, and Lang 18th. 3 safety cars today, a little bit more than I expected to happen, but so we have on these tight street circuits with walls everywhere, a lot of wings getting crunched. Sometimes people bumping each other into the walls on trying to pass, and drivers losing all grip under the safety car and putting it into the wall. I'd like to know what happened between Nak and Wouter there, who were looking strong. I mean, Wouter recovered very well from that coming up after that crash. Again, unsure of driver of the day for this week. I mean, you know, we know how strong Reaper is on the wheel there. I mean, I'm sure with Wouter there, that was didn't see all parts of the race there. Maybe got past some people, but Wouter crashing out with Nak under the safety car, then pushing back up to fourth. That would have been a bit of a good drive there. A lot of drivers putting some good drives today after taking damage and working their way back up through the field. So we'll have to wait and see who gets driver of the day. That's it. That was race 3 around Baku City of Azerbaijan of the AV Championship. We'll see you again on Thursday for Bahrain on Thursday. Goodbye, folks.